And also Ravi, I'm
Yeah.
trying to access those links, but I'm not getting that button to request access.
Uh, Money. So in the attachment, you have the link, right? KT video, KT link.
Yeah,
Yeah. So one of the KT links says that the content is not there anymore. And
yes, yes.
the 12th May KT link is where you will get to request access.
I was doing that same thing to ultimate thing only.
Oh,
Even that says item doesn't exist.
oh,
Okay, I got something.
okay.
I got only one creative video.
Yes, see.
Okay, Ravi, we'll see after this one. Sorry for this.
Yeah. Valid object here. This is the table, right? Minute. Okay. I will go with fact OA. Okay. Now the cost line. You know what's the main SP? Yeah, I will tell you later. So you
Yes.
are all with me, right? So this is the table, main table. Previously we discussed this tables. So we have metric X here. These are the cost lines. So how we are reporting this, all the cost lines is based on one of the main SP. This is load fact JCP metric XP. This is the SP here. All the logic will be included in this SP. You just go through the SP and see. I will explain the high level in this SP and then we can go with the further.
Okay.
So here, this is the SP. This metric XI we have parameters and segment names parameter. So this segment name and metric XI is if you want to run this SP for specific metric XI and a specific segment, then only we can use. If we are not using, it will execute for all. Okay. These are the some declared parameters. What are the required? These are in on the fly parameters. Okay, it's required. So main thing is these are the cost lines. These all are cost lines. These all are views. This, for example, if it is a reimbursable cost, we are using fact reimbursable cost view. Product cost metric exit fact product cost view. So like each metric exit, we have each view. The view these are calculated. All the logic will be calculated here, and these view data we are getting, and finally we are inserting some logics here below. These kind of some logics, metric X name we above we are getting set. This kind of some logics there here. Based on this logic, finally we are inserting into this table, fact JCP metric table here. These are some column logics, all these things. You can go through this view speed and you can find it. So, final, how I can say this, all these some logics in based on the logic we are inserting into fact JCP metric table is the final. Whatever the above logic is there. That logic I will explain you. This is just how it is going. I can just explain. But finally, we are inserting the data into this table. So logic for each view, each metric X, I will explain it. For example, if we see here, fact OA. This fact OA is unit of activity, metric Xi. This metric Xi is we are seeing here, right? In this table, we can see here unit of activity. For this unit of activity, one of the cost lines. So these cost lines data we can show. So how we can show means here, this unit of activity, what is the view? This view. In the view, how logic, what are the logic is there? I will show you. So this is the fact OA. So this is DevOps, our repository. You know, right? You have a link. Okay, if you don't have link, I will share it. This is the repository for us. I will show. We have two projects. ES Global Reporting Infrastructure and Business Intelligence Studio. This is reporting infrastructure we are using for global repository, data repository, the recording, all those deployment process, all those things. Business Intelligence Studio we are using for PBIs, maintaining all those things. And the PBI, what are the delivery, those things. So I'm going to reporting here. I'm going to here. This thing repository and files. Here we are using JCP. So in JCP we have three. ADW means SQL DB level. ADF means ADF level. ASPBI means we have a cube analysis cube and Power BI report level. That data we are storing repository. Those are. So I'm going to open this. Yeah. Here I'm going to check fact OA. This is I'm getting fact OA here. Is the view. This view how it is calculated. In the first view, before explaining, I will tell you. In we have each everything. We have few of the segments. Like this, all the data will be there in the geo market level, sub geo market level, segment level, sub segment level. These are the high level we are doing. And metric Xi, these. Okay. So each subsegment, each segment level, we are calculating the each different way, different drivers. So that is a way here. So for example, here, these are each segments, like all unions we are there, right? These. So each segment wise it is there. First DBM segment. Here DBM segment we are using as a one WCM data. So how we can differentiate the segments is we have one of the table. I will tell you that table now. We have product line mapping. One of the table is there. Show you that table. This is the table. This is the table, product line mapping table. Here, all the product line subsegment we have differentiate. Yeah, for example, if you see here, this is the subsegment, segment, and business line and sub business line. Here we have all the business and subsegment, all these things. Under business line, we have few of the subsegments. So how we need to know for this WCD or under what are the sub business line? What are the WCM? What are the like RPF or like means these are the flags is there. So if it is a flag for WL equal to W flag equal to 1 means these will come under all the WL under the WL sub business line. I will show you like one of the example where WL underscore flag equal to 1 means it will come all under the WL segments data. So these all are under the WL part. WL. What are the under WL? What are the business names? RPI, RPE. These sub business lines. These will all under the WL. The same way WS, TS, DBM, MI, and these things. These are outscope and this different way. WCD. These things. Just note this. Here we are using DBM. DBM means if we use DBM flag equal to 1, we will get only this. These are these business lines, only WCM business line, sub business line, all DMHD, DMHV, TD. Okay, the same way all the WL, WS, TS. Just note it. So I am going to explain about DBM part. Okay, this is view as well. We are using. So this view how we can use same thing here. This is the source orange activity F table. This is the source main source table of our JCP project. Most of the cost lines including orange activity table. This table we are getting from ADF. That is a ADF. ADF means one of the table source is HFM data, orange table. So from there we are getting from this. This is getting from ADF. So these all are from ADF. So this is the one of the logic for WCM. Segment is WCM, right? We DBM. We can see here. We show right here. Segment is business line is WCM for DBM. So same way WCM and booking status. These are some calculations. Business values. So we just take in the high level the activity data based on the plan, district, this thing. This we are using here. This family size also we are taking from ADF only. This activity, these some locations, and these are the orange STG dim geography SLB table. This is geo unit level. I told right, geo unit, sub geo unit. So those data will be available here in this table, orange STG table. This how we can get means based on the district ID. The district ID of this table is equal to district ID of orange activity table. This table already we are taking this in the activity, right? So that should match. SLB means here, SLB means here, A dot means here activity. So if it is a district ID matches, we are taking based on this geo market and sub geo market data. These are mainly we are using. So you note this point. The same way we have dim date and dim date ID, we are taking the data. This dim product line mapping, right? So I shown you, right? That segment is match, subsegment name and subsegment name. Because of DBM, we are taking only for these three subsegments. DMHT, DMHV, DDBM. These we need to get only these three. So that is the reason it's showing. And where condition is some business functionality and year is greater than 2019 because of in JCP we are taking the data from 2019 onwards. So that is the reason. And period is less than. Mostly monthly refresh is happening at 7. So we are taking every month we are taking the data up to previous month. So that's the reason it is a condition. This DBM flag is because of we are need to get only in the DBM data, the DBM records, because flag equal 1 means we will get only DBM. That is the reason DBM flag. This billing of code is null means this is one of the condition. You should not null. Same thing. So we are getting the data, this kind of data. This data we are just using here in our fact UOA. Here, what is the main and UOA value? That UOA value, how we are receiving here means this condition. Here is adjusted job count by days in month. What is the UOA means? In UOA is sometimes it is the days, how many days working. Sometimes it's a count, unit count. Like that, it is based on the segments, it will change. In this scenario, DBM, it is a adjusted job count by days in month. In month, how many days and adjustable job count. So like that, some calculations there. The UAA value will be differ with each segment, different segments. For this segment, this is a condition. So this is a DBM. Now I can go with some other segment. This is a WL staging. This is also like we need to use only for WL. This is we are using SP. So this how it is there means same thing I told you right previously. So main table is orange activity F table. So the source is this table and dim geography because of we need to get geography, geo unit and sub geo unit. This product line we are using because of WL only we need to map for WL data flag equal one. Here additionally we are using dim type hist means for hist only we need to get. If it is a hist, we need to get here job ID only. These kind of some calculation. Source equal to FDFE, this kind of calculation. If you go through this, you will get billing account ID. Billing account ID is each billing account level. It name, and run, geo market, sub segment, all these things we are calculating. The same way we can use here. I district is job ID. So few cases, I will tell you what is that. Few cases we need to get I district I number. Few cases we can get job number. That is how it is means. Here. Few cases we are using job ID and few cases we are taking I district number. So this based on this we can take one of the template table. This table we can use that is table. This table we can use in below. Here we are not equal to hist. The same way whatever done above the thing, but here not equal to hist. Other than the hist data, this data we are using in activity no hist. I think as of now we are not using this, but I will tell you. Activity no hist, same thing we can get. And after that, here we are using one of the table. This DM fact export for UMM per job. This data table data we are getting from ADF. So this data, based on this data, we are getting some calculations here. This product line, and same thing this. Here we have metric is UOA service. We have one more UOA OSR, but we should not take. We have to take only UOA service values. Up to previous month's calculation, this all the data, whatever the same thing is there. Here numerator is greater than 0, then only we can take. This is the numerator is the UOA value. So job day UOA value. So we should not take less than 0. We should take only greater than 0, then only we are taking the values here. This is the UOA value here. It should numerator. The same thing. Here finally we are using here this table, whatever we are inserting in the UOA value, right? That job day, that UOA value. Activity initially we are taking the data, right? All the hist and non-hist data. That table we need to union both the table data and these conditions we are using. Based on this segment and these the conditions we are in union all and we can get the final data. Here job day is the UOA value. Job day is nothing but numerator from the what we are getting from source here. The same way we have get the UOA value and this value we are using in here. Along with geo, sub geo, all those things. WL and TS looks like both same. but this is WS. I will tell you later. I will go with here. This is WS segment, and here WS we have two conditions here. Same thing code we are using from this DM fact export for UMM per job table. In this table, we are getting only the subproduct line WPS and WPS. WIS, WPS and TWS. Metric is UOA service greater than 2019 one. These conditions is there. Also, we are using this table with the activity F table and some job type not, we are not getting job type. So this is the conditions. Here remaining numerator is a UOA value, same thing. This table we are getting from this ADF directly. So we can see that here metric XI we are using just this namesake UOA US, but actual metric XI will be unit of activity for this. So same way, this is only for WIS, WPS and TWS. WIT we are using some other table. Under WS we have two parts I told, right? So this W1 row for this is using for WIT. This is come under like this segment, subsegment. So same thing, only change is this part. Subsegment name equal to WIT and table name is this table name. Here UOA sum we are using as a UOA value. Above numerator and table also changes. Just make sure this UOA how we are getting from WS. We have WS3, WIS, WPS, WIT, TWS as well. But mostly we are using these things. This how it is calculated, this view. Just explaining high level. If you have any doubt, let us know. Okay.
Ravi,
Yeah.
one small note. So like few tables have load at the starting, few tables have fact rate. What's the difference between them?
What is that? In where?
So
Yeah.
here fact UOA DBM stage is there, and there is
This is you are saying.
yeah, and there were some tables starting with load underscore.
This is view. Okay. In which one? Okay. In which you are saying here. You are saying here. I will come to ending one.
You
Here
are
you are saying.
searching in that repository, right? Can you go
Yeah,
to
in
that?
repository. Yeah.
So here you have fact table and load tables too.
Yeah,
I was
you
asking
have
this.
doubt this. Actually,
Yeah.
in this project, how we are using load means SP, fact means table or view.
Okay.
Like that in this project, we starting onwards using. So that's we just follow. Okay, it's not mandatory for understanding we are using. So see, this is a view, right? Fact. If you see load means it should be SP. So that's the difference, nothing other than. Okay.
Okay, got it.
So each project or each company, they are using some standards like that here is that's all. So now I can go with TS as well, same thing. Whatever I explained about WL, same thing will be there, TS. These all are I already in videos, so you can pause it if you require. This is same thing, right? I told you, right? WL like this the source is, and then we can get the non-hist as well. This thing, and we are using one of the table here. This fact export UM. There we are using WL. We are using WL flag. In the TS, we are using TS plan. Nothing different. Same thing we are using here. The remaining as well, same thing it will be. Okay. That is TS and W looks like same, but only flag gets changed. This TTS assembly, this is little bit different. This is SMB and DTS. These are directly we are getting from source, these tables. Just replace it. We are not manipulating anything. Whatever the table they are getting from their schema to our schema, directly just importing tables, not doing any manipulation. These are the tables. These we are getting from 2019 onwards. These things like job months, all of. We are using job months as a UOA value. Here, this kind of things we are using. Intra company, this you just see the logic you can get. This I am saying just this is a BDT and TDS SMB is like a subsegment. These will come under the BDT. BDT. Okay. They done for TTSS one and SMB for one time. Two union all we are getting. So this thing, these tables we are getting ADF directly, just importing into directly from their table. And we are using into our scheme. That's it. Just make sure this is not very complicated. So just you see coding, you can easily understood that. Same thing MI as well will be there. These tables also the same thing. HR, right? So these also we are getting from there. ADF, the same thing, dim customer. If you see the code, you will get knowledge. Here, I will tell you one of the example in this. Okay. Just one logic is there. But here, dim customers is one of the concept. So customer data we are getting. So that customer data, how we are getting means we have sales account and billing account, account XI and corporate account level. So this is the customer table. Customer table, we are finally based on the billing account or sales account or corporate account ID from source, whatever we are receiving. Where for that respective billing account ID or sales account ID or corporate account ID, we are using in the account XI. This account XI we are inserting into final fact JCP, the metric table. Based on this, we are showing the this sales account details in our Power BI. So here we need to get how means these are the hierarchy. First, we can check with corporate account is higher level. After that, sales account. After that, billing account. Okay, this is higher hierarchies: corporate account, sales account, and billing account. But mostly we can see in the sales account ID level, we are seeing the sales account ID. How we can see is account type is sales account. Here in the final, right? See this. So we should take sales account ID or account type of account XI. We should insert the value in fact JCP metric table in final. That how base means this first we can check with we can check with billing account ID, sales account ID, this kind of that logic is implemented here. So we are doing some max account XI. If it is a sales account, we can take max of account XI because of how for sales account for specific job we have multiple account access, but we should show the maximum account access of we should the same thing corporate account like not equal to corporate, then we can take maximum account exit. This where we are using in the final here from logic is there the to get the billing account ID and sales account ID data. So for this we have max cost xi one of the views. So you can see there billing account ID. So this GL attribute 18, this we are getting from source in this scenario. So for this GL, right? GL. This is we are getting from attribute 18. So this is the source of customer details for this MI. Here attribute 18 is the source of to get the customer mapping. So we are mapping with first this attribute 18 is matching with billing account ID or not. If it is a matching with billing account ID, then we can take that billing account ID of maximum account XI. So if it is if it's not matching with this billing account ID, we can go with that attribute 18 should be sales account ID level. If it is a matching with sales account ID level, we can take with that sales account ID level of this account access. So see here, these are DC and DC1. So first it is matching with the sales account ID level. We can say sales DC dot account access. If it is matching with billing account ID level, then we can get DC dot account access. If it is okay, then TD dot account access we are getting. If it is not matches, this two this calls okay. This is one of the customer mapping. This will be used in all our cost lines. I'm just explaining the high level. You can, whenever you are seeing the code, you will get more knowledge. This is the MI level and see here as well there, right? Here means because of this logic is implemented here only MI part, but we need to get in the total segments, remaining segments. So for that reason, we are using here. See here, cost one, cost two. So first bill account ID we are getting from source. All the segments level we are getting bill account ID. Bill account ID. This billing account ID we are as a customer to map with the customer. So all the segments will be there. So first that billing account ID is matching with it should match with billing account ID or sales account ID. We need to compare with both. So based on this customer XI, we are showing this first one dot account XI, first two dot account XI. If it is not matched, whatever customer XI we are getting from source that we can show. That is the reason. So these final data, whatever we are receiving, this data we are inserting into fact JCP metric table. How means we have some of the UOA value, detail metric value, and metric value. These detail rate value, detail metric value, to these are common names same for uh, all the cost lines. So just make sure UOA value here is a metric value. This metric value is based on the cost line will be changes. So unit of activity UOA value is a metric value. For logistic cost, that logistic cost as a metric value. For product cost as a metric value. So these namings will same, but that values will be different based on the cost line. That also you need to make sure we need. That is the thing. So the final this data will be inserted into fact JCP metric table final. This is unit of activity. You can go through this unit of activity view, fact UOA view. This is the view, fact UOA view. If you have any doubt, let us know. Okay. This one thing. Are you with me, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi.
Then,
Yes, Ravi.
then unit of activity. So with now fuel cost as well. I will explain about high level in fuel cost now. Then we can continue with tomorrow. This will be in the different name. This is one of the cost line. The same thing will be there, all the segment level, in the each segment, how logic is implemented. For few of the segments, we are using as a procedure. For few of the segments, we are using as a views like that. This is the fuel cost. Fuel cost is like the same thing, dBm, right? So dBm, one of the segment, in the segment, how we are calculated. Here metric value will be previously UOA value as a metric value, right? For unit of equipment. Here fuel cost as a metric value. Sure. This is the view. So for fuel cost, fuel and lubricants, we are using, this is the table product cost WS. This is we are getting from ADF. How means we, this product cost is a UGF data, universal journal data. To get this data, we have some loads from prod server to UAT server. Some we have some other SPs as well. So just backtracked this in ADF. I can show you that later. This is one of the table, although this also we are getting. So these two tables we are using for here. Team customer, previously I told you, right? This is team customer. In billing account ID, we are getting from team customer. For this here, universal general, we are mapping with legacy customer ID. Previously, we are using billing account ID, attribute 18 like that, right? For this product cost WS, we are is a legacy customer ID as the mapping of billing account ID, the customer map. Just make sure this thing. And we are getting from DBM, right? So that is a flag. We are using DBM flag. All these subsegment flag. So this is the, they are using level 5 account test means fuel cost means fuel and lubricant. These are some filters. They are using this as a UJF data. Based on that, we are using some calculations here, like this fuel cost mainly that MI mapping. Here we are getting some condition source. We are getting Lawson source, SAP is source. Lawson is we are getting from previously and SAP. So this is some of the data is migrated and some of the data is not migrated to conditions. So how we are doing? We are based on the source. We are doing the data for so that data how we can mapping means in the one of the table is the SAP mapping table. In this table, how data is layer. Show you here. Here data is there in the source. This is SAP ECC, right? Geo, sub geo, and year. So year start means how it means. These are the geo units and sub geo unit. From start this month, the year and month onwards, it is moved to SAP. In this table, it is there for this geo and sub geo. It that means this data, whatever these geo and sub geos will be coming into the SAP. If it is not there in this geo and sub geo from this table, it is means it is a loss. For example, one of the you see here 2021 10, right? This UR geo, UKR sub geo. If it is a for that respective data, if we come from 2022 1 January data means that data will come under the SAP ECC. For example, this data will come 2021 9th month means September. That data will come. We need to get from Lawson. You got right this logic? So that logic here we are explained. So this is the logic. So starting on 2019 Lawson and SAP ECC, two types of data we are receiving. Our fuel cost is main source. That source data we are getting based on this mapping condition. The geo is null. That null means if it is not there in the data geo in SAP mapping table, then we are getting from Lawson. If it is there in the table from this month onwards, we are getting from this table. So this is the logic. So to avoid the duplicates logic, this here some distribution logic is there. So few of the sub business lines we are not getting, we need to distribution logic. So that is distribution logic here. How we are distribution means that ratio we need to calculate that ratio into GRP amount. Based on that GRP amount calculate, that will come here in this part. HQ distribution, these things. See, first you can see this code, then you can come back if you have any doubts. This data final stage, how it is there means, so that implication of data and the HQ and above class and data, those data we are union all, and we can get the data final here, that GRP amount. GRP amount as a here fuel cost we are using. It's HQ, not like HQ1, not like HQ1. This is not like HQ data and this data HQ data. Both we are union all and we can get the data final data. And HFM minus UJF. Here HFM minus UJF, how it is looks like means. So we are calculating the rates here based on the HFM data only, not UJF data. So for that reason, what we are doing, we are removing the UJF data from HFM data. So this is the reason. Initially, we are getting the UJF data. Now this data final is the UJF HFM data. This HFM data minus we need to do UJF data. That is FC. These things. Show you this. These all are we are getting the HFM data. This how we are getting means loss and SAP and data distribution above is there, right? Based on this, it is getting this GRP amount is amount. We need to remove minus the GRP amount minus UJF data. This UJF data we are calculating in above in the starting. This is UJF data. So we need to remove that and we need to calculate rates only for HFM data. This is then how we finally the year month geo sub geo segment subsegment level we need to remove the GRP amount minus metric value. Here metric value as a UJF data. And we need to get this data into HFM UJF minus. Based on this HFM UJF and we have this DBM viewer shipments. This is also one of the table for shipments means we are getting the DBM. So here as well some conditions is there. Some ratio calculation is there to get the business logic. So this how the ratio is calculated here is the shipments, whatever we are getting the shipments metric value like shipments and shipments as a partition by these kind of things level. Year month, segment, sub-segment, this is the ratio. This ratio why what it means this is a business functionality. As per the business functionality, we are calculate this. And the same thing, we are calculating the ratio into GRP amount as a metric value. The ratio, this condition is same as ratio. The ratio into GRP amount, whatever we are receiving in shipment is a metric value. That metric value as a fuel cost we are using. So I will show you here below. The same thing union all here, same condition we are using. But the above is rate. This is universal general data. We are not calculating the rate for universal general rate final before the what we are doing now means we are just adding union all with the universal general data to get total data. This is universal general data. This value is value in group currency as a amount. This is this some calculation is there like above shown dim customer mapping is there, and this default condition as per business logic. These are the phone number areas, all those things, conditions. So this final data, whatever we are receiving this data, right? This we are showing in final. Here, where I copy this. This here, metric value, GRP ratio, shipments, this DBM. Here, metric value we are using, this is the main. These are the forecast and shipment, all these things, billing account, subsegment, geo market, year month, all those. In the same way, we need to calculate for WLTS and WS part and MI VDT on all those things we need to use in here, same thing. And we need to map the values respective here and the customer mapping logic as well there here. This customer mapping previously I explained, right? So these things. Maybe bill account ID, if it is a bill account ID, then we can go with first one dot account XI. If it is sales account, we can go with sales account. This is a fuel cost view. Just go through that fuel cost view as well. If you have any doubt, let us know. I will explain. This is the thing. So today, I think these two is enough. I think so. Mani or Nikita,
Yes, Ravi.
is it fine? If okay, if you have a doubt, let us know. Don't feel